Hello, this is Lena Nichols Travel Mysteries. Today we won't talk about travel or mysteries. Today is very sad day for United Kingdom, for Canada, and for many countries of Commonwealth, because our Queen Elizabeth II passed away. She was Britain's longest reigning monarch and our Queen. I will talk today not about what kind of queen she was and how much she was loved or how much she wasn't loved by some. It's about what was important for me about our queen. We all heard about the system of 6 handshakes and like how people connected in the world. Little bit it's applicable to me as well because I know few people who know or met our queen. My husband saw her in Canada, in Manitoba, for instance, and I have a friend who used to work in one of the castles and actually personally met royal family, but that's not what I'm going to talk about today. What is really important is that from Britain, from UK, there were two women, two extraordinary women who touched my life, and one of them was Queen Elizabeth II herself, because first of all she was extraordinary woman. It's not only because she was ruling her country and 70 years, and it's not about that. It's what about what kind of queen she was. And in my opinion, the most important what was for me to know about the queen is that not only she herself was in the army, in the British Army during World War II. In 1945, as far as I know, she was a member of British, kind of like women's branch of British Army, ATS. This is her. She was that's the symbol of the branch. And the Queen was a truck driver and a mechanic. Imagine this, the Queen of England, truck driver and a mechanic. And she was the only member of royal family who was full-time in the British Army. She was with her people in the difficult times. How many other leaders in the world can say that? I am originally from Russia and from USSR, and now when I live in Canada for 18 years, I can say that Russian leaders wasn't with them in the army. Even now, when the bloody dictator Putin ruling Russia, he wasn't visiting the front. He dumped Russian soldiers like logs into the fire of the war with Ukraine. He is not with them. Not only the Queen of England herself, Queen of the United Kingdom, was in the army, her children and grandchildren were there. Let's say about if the country has a war, like Britain has a, let's say, Falkland War in 1982. The second son of the Queen, Prince Andrew, Duke of York, he was not only in the army, he was one of the two main aircraft carriers, the Invincible, and there was a talk in British government that it's not good that member of the royal family can get killed in the war, and maybe we should pull him out and put him behind the desk. The Queen herself said, no, my son will be with his people, or something like that. So her son served during the Falkland War, and when he came back home after that, Queen herself and Prince Philip, her husband, were with the crowd of people who was waiting for the ship come home and waiting for the crew of the ship come home. That's where they were the queen. This is what make, in my opinion, her extraordinary queen, mother, and a woman. If you start a war, that your children will go there too. This is what free world different from the dictatorships, from any low-life dictators in the world, because they are there with their people, even the Queen of England. And another extraordinary thing was that during her reign, Britain had her first woman prime minister. Now Britain has another woman prime minister, Elizabeth Truss, which I congratulate with her victory, and I hope she will be great prime minister for her country, and like Margaret Thatcher was. To me, a Soviet person at the time, when Soviet Union called Margaret Thatcher as Iron Lady and trying to make us hate her, we admired her. We admired her for her strengths, for her honor, and for standing up for her country, for being honest politician who is not taking bribes, politician who punished her minister when she found out that he was using government funds for his personal flights and everything. Politician who, with her daughter, would serve food to people when they meet into the ministers at Downing Street 10, and had her own frugal ways to preserve the money of the British people, the money they paid to her as a prime minister, instead of stealing them from her country like Putin does, for instance, or many other Soviet and Russian leaders, and many other dictators in the world. So, yes, Margaret Thatcher was an extraordinary woman, and this happened during the reign of the Queen Elizabeth. My deep condolences to the family of the Queen and to the family of Margaret Thatcher. This is one of the beautiful pictures of those two women together when they shared a laugh while opening new wing of London's National Portrait Gallery. And I will remember them looking like this. This is what Margaret Thatcher has to say.
And we're very happy that we leave the United Kingdom in a very, very much better state than when we came here 11.
These two women, the Queen of England and her Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher, were extraordinary, and they did a lot for their country. And I would say that Her Majesty the Queen Elizabeth didn't attend many funerals of her prime ministers. She did an exclusion only for Winston Churchill and for Margaret Thatcher. That's how I will remember those two women. And my deep condolences to the families of both of them and for the people of Great Britain and Canada and many other countries. The death of our Queen deeply touched us all. But yet, the Queen left us with a hope.
We should take comfort that while we may have more still to endure, better days will return. We will be with our friends again. We will be with our families again. We will meet again.
This is what our Queen has to say. And I believe this is a hope we have. So I'm saying farewell to our Queen and to Margaret Thatcher. As to us, we will meet again. The wars will be over. Ukraine will be free again, and I hope Russia would be free from the Putin's regime. And people in every country in the world one day will realize what it is like to live in a free world when there are politicians and queens like Queen Elizabeth and Margaret Thatcher. Thank you for your attention. Let's be together. Let's live.